Hey guys, so I picked up a few things over the weekend and they were totally inspired by fall. As you know, I have been going crazy over those Wet n Wild fall limited edition eyeshadow palettes, and I wore those, oh my gosh, I think I wore them 5 days in a row, and I just kept doing different combinations, and that really got me into the fall makeup. Then all the September fashion magazines started coming out, and those are the best ones that come out all year long because they're like this thick instead of this thick. And so there was all kinds of information in those that got me really psyched up for fall makeup. And so I went out and purchased a few things that just scream fall to me, and I'm going to show you what I got. All right, let's start with Eyez. One thing that I got is a repurchase. Every once in a while I go through my makeup and I focus on my cream liquid type products, and I just throw out anything that reaches a certain age because it just isn't safe to use things that are, I'm not going to say an exact date because it can vary. Sometimes I err on the side of caution and I throw things away that aren't really too old, and then other times I'll keep something longer if it's something that I really love, that's expensive, that I either can't replace it because of finances or maybe it was limited edition. But anyways, I go through and purge things every once in a while. So one of the things that I had purged in my last purge was all my original Maybelline Color Tattoo eyeshadows, the ones that were the very first colors to come out that were from the permanent line. So the only one that I really missed that I wanted to replace was Bad to the Bronze. And you've all seen it a million times. Most of you probably have it in your collection, but I really missed this eyeshadow and I thought I cannot begin fall without this, because it's just the most beautiful shade of bronze. So that's what that looks like, and like I said, you know, you've all seen it a million times and you probably have it yourself, but mine had gotten to be, I want to say maybe 3 years old. It didn't seem possible that I could have had it for that long, but what I do is when I buy a cream or a liquid product, I write down when I bought it. I put the month and the date in my makeup log. I have like a makeup log of all the products that I own. And that way I can just look through and see how old something is that way I know, you know, exactly how long I've had it, so then I know when to throw it out. So usually I'll throw things out when they go between 2.5 to 3 years. That's about the maximum amount I feel like I should have any kind of cream or liquid. My mascaras, I used to do 6 months. Now I've been doing 3 months because every once in a while, you know, you might poke your eye or something, and if there's any bacteria on there, you can get an eye infection and you could actually go blind from that. So it is not worth the risk, and I throw my mascaras away now every 3 months. Once they've been opened, I throw it away 3 months later. And speaking of mascaras, this is totally off topic, but I had to mention to you that you might remember that I bought the e.l.f. lengthening and defining mascara recently, and I said that it was pretty good, but it took some work. That was just the first time that I had used it. From the second time onward, it's been like a completely different mascara, and I am really loving this. My lashes look fantastic, and I can't even believe how good this is for $1. So just wanted to give you some follow-up information on that. And you know what, I might as well also tell you that the e.l.f. tone correcting concealer I got it in apricot beige. This is amazing. I mean, I have been looking for so long for a drugstore corrector that worked and I finally found one. This is fantastic and also $1. So just wanted to make sure that I told you about that, because a lot of times when I do haul videos, I'll forget to give you a follow-up on something that I liked or didn't like, so just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, let's continue with the haul. The next and last eye product that I purchased is what I have on my eyes right now, and this is an Almay eyeshadow palette. I already had 2 Almay eyeshadow palettes. One was an eye shimmer and one was an eye smoky. This one is from the Bold Nudes line and it is the trio for blue eyes, and I love this. This is, well, let me just show it to you before I start talking about it. So you get a copper, a dark brown, and a beige. And at first I was like, oh, I don't know about that beige highlight. It's kind of different. It's kind of like a grayish beige color for the highlight. But I love this combination, and I was really not sure about this palette. I kept looking. I've been looking at this palette for years. This is not anything new. This has been in their permanent line for quite some time. And every time I would pick it up and look at it and go, oh, I don't know, and I would put it back. I am so glad I finally bit the bullet and bought this because I love it. If you always thought that copper eyeshadows didn't look quite right on you, this copper right here is a great one. And the dark brown is pretty much just your standard dark brown. There isn't anything special about that, but I love that highlight shade and I love that copper shade. Those are definitely different than anything else that I have. And trust me, I have a lot of eyeshadows, so this is definitely worth picking up. Not super expensive, and you get a whole palette. You get 3 eyeshadows to do a look with, so definitely love that. Oh, let me swatch it for you. This copper color, it doesn't swatch like super deep or dark, and I think that's why I like it so much, because most copper eyeshadows, I don't know, they just overwhelm my my complexion. I'm, you know, somewhat fair. I mean, I'm the darkest right now that I'll be all year. Late August, this is like as tan as I get. But this copper doesn't overwhelm my fair complexion. Right now I'm not fair, I'm light, but the rest of the year I'll be fair. But yeah, it's, here, let me swatch it for you. So that's a good copper shade for anybody who is light skin. And then the dark brown though is, you know, pretty standard dark brown. And this highlight shade, really like this highlight shade. Like I said, it's almost like a grayish beige. It's almost got like a silver hue to it. So really enjoying that Almay palette. So now I have one of the eye shimmers, one of the eye smokies, and now one of the bold nudes. And the other colors that are in the other palettes, they're okay, but I think that these are my favorites. I think I got my favorite one from each line. And one of the ones that I got isn't even for blue eyes, it was for brown eyes. But anyways, I've already talked about that. While we're on the subject of giving you an update on things that I've mentioned in past videos, does anyone remember the Almay Softies, the single eyeshadows that they came out that were kind of a spongy consistency? I went to open one up the other day, completely dried out. I had bought 3 of those when they first launched, and they were no good. I don't think I've even had those for a year, and I had to throw them away. They were completely dried up and unusable, and because of the odd texture, I didn't even like try to restore them by adding anything to them. I was just so mad that they were dried up already that I just chucked them. So don't ever buy any of those. Those are not good. I really should have returned them after I bought them and tried them, but I don't know. I hate returning things. I'm trying to get better about that, returning things that I don't like, but I dislike those enough that I really should have returned them. Okay, let's move on. The next thing that I purchased that was fall inspired is a blush. And it's one of the Maybelline Master Glaze blush sticks. I already have 3 of these, but I wanted the one in Coral Sheen. I love the texture and consistency of these. They are so easy to blend into your skin, and this is just a pretty coral color. And let me swatch it for you so you can see. Now that's just straight applied to my hand, but when you blend it in, then it's going to soften and be more wearable. But you could, you know, layer it or add more if you wanted to until you get the intensity that you want. But yeah, once you blend it in, that's gonna soften up. I wouldn't want to wear like bright orange cheeks anyway. But that's what I have on today for a blush, so loving that. And then the next 3 things I'm going to show you are lip products. Now when I think of fall lip colors, I mean, I'll wear any color on my lips all year long, I don't care. But once we start getting close to the actual new season, I do tend to dabble in the actual colors of that season, if you know what I mean. So when I think of fall lips, I think of either reds or nudes. I don't know, those are just the 2 colors that come to mind. So I was having a hard time today deciding which one. I've got 3 new lip products that I'm going to show you. I was having a hard time deciding which one I was going to wear today. And sorry, Nancy, if you're disappointed, because I had told her that I had some new red lip products to show, and I was going to wear one of them, but then I changed my mind and I decided to go with the nude one. And what I bought was, this is also by Almay, and this is one of the Color and Care liquid lip balms. And I have one of these already, but I wanted to get this one. It's called Rosy Lipped, the shade, but to me, this is not what I would consider to be a rose color. This is a nude. This liquid lip balm, they call it, but to me it's just a lip gloss. But this goes with so many of my nude lipsticks, and I didn't have a nude lip gloss that was this exact shade that would match all, well not all, but a lot of my nude lipsticks. So this is perfect. I have it on today over MAC Blankety, and it's just, I cannot even tell you how many nude lipsticks I have that are this exact shade. So this is perfect, because when I put lip glosses on top of lipsticks, most of the time, not always, but most of the time I do like to kind of match it up and not alter the color of the lipstick. But you know, there are times that I want to alter the color, or I just want to see what the outcome is. But in this particular case, it is the exact perfect nude shade to go with so many. So like I said, I have this on over Blankety. This has a pretty mild smell to it, so I feel like if you're one of those people that doesn't like scents in your lip glosses, it's a pretty mild smell and it's gonna go away quickly. I don't think it's gonna be offensive to anyone. It's, you know, very mild. And as far as stickiness goes, these are pretty sticky and pretty thick. So for anybody that doesn't like sticky lip gloss, you probably won't like this. But as far as the thickness goes, the advantage to that is you could just do a lip liner, fill in your lips, and then just wear this on its own. I actually did that last night. I tried it out that way, and it was great just doing it that way, but you can also layer it over a lipstick and it will work that way as well. So far I like that. And so the next two lip products that I'm going to show you are reds. So the first one is a CoverGirl Lip Perfection lipstick, and this is in the shade Seduce. It's number 307. CoverGirl released 2 new shades to their permanent line Lip Perfection lipsticks last year, and this was one of them. And that's what it looks like. I like the CoverGirl Lip Perfection lipsticks, but they do have kind of a strange smell to them, although this one in particular doesn't really seem to have that smell. I wonder if any new shades that they're releasing aren't going to have that plasticky smell anymore. Yeah, because this doesn't have it. So, interesting. Anyway, this is, oh geez, how would you describe this? I'm going to go with blue-based red. Yeah, I would say this is a blue-based red, and it's pretty bright. So that's Seduce. So I will be wearing that soon enough. Summer is less than a month away now. I did do an all fall look today, but I probably won't be doing that much between now and the official beginning of fall, because if I do that, then when fall and winter comes, I'll probably be sick of doing those colors already. So I think I'm going to try to do more summery things while summer is actually here, but I had to wear some of my new products today. And then the other product that I got that's red is a Maybelline Color Elixir, and this is in the shade Signature Scarlet. And I have 2 other Maybelline Color Elixirs, and I like these because just like with that Almay gloss, you can either wear it by itself over a lip liner, or you can layer it over a lipstick. You can do either one because it's thick enough that it will work on its own. I was going through my lip products yesterday and the day before. I'm working on a project for an upcoming video that it might be the next video, it might not be, I don't know, but it's it has to do with lip products and organization and why that's important, and give you some ideas about doing that. But anyways, what I found out by going through all my products at once is I have 1 red lip gloss. 1. That's it. And the shade is kind of an unusual shade of red, so it's not really going to work on top of the majority of my red lipsticks. So I figured I better do something about that. So I got this because it's a bright blue-based red gloss. And I'm going to swatch it right next to that CoverGirl lipstick. Now this is a brighter red, and I would say it's a little bit less blue-based. Matter of fact, this is Scarlet, so this is going to be more, I hate to say warm because, well, I guess it is. It's warm, but it's not so warm that it's going to look horrible on me. But yeah, this is warmer, a warmer shade of red. And these color elixirs, in case you don't have any, it has some smell, but not much. So I would say no, not much of a smell. And yes, they are sticky. If you don't like sticky lip gloss, you wouldn't like this. But that's what that looks like anyway. So I'll be wearing that when fall rolls around. So that is it, you guys. That is my fall haul inspired my fall inspired haul, and these products were just colors that made me think of fall that I wanted to add into my collection before fall actually got here. And yeah, so the next video is probably going to be that organizational one I was talking about. So I'll let you go because this video has probably gotten very long because I've been talking a lot, and I'll see you next time. Bye.